Welcome back to the universe of power. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power universe. We are finally approaching premiere week for part 2 of season 4, and the anticipation continues to rise. Episode 5 left us with a lot of unanswered questions, and in today's video I will connect the dots to the remainder of this final season in book 2. If you watched my previous video from last week, then you already heard my prediction that I gave for the final episode of this season. I predicted that Tommy would show up in the finale to help Tariq take out Detective Carter and his team. I want to give a shout out to AELux from Instagram, who originally pointed out this major Easter egg from the Power Content Creators Awards footage. This gives us a hint that Tommy will either show up in the finale to help Tariq, or this photo could be from the set of Power Book Force, where we could see Tariq temporarily relocate to Chicago with Tommy after the events that take place in the finale of Book 2. But I definitely don't think this was a coincidence of the same table being in both pictures. And if Tommy does in fact show up in the finale, and if Tariq decides to go to Chicago with him, I believe that we might not get a ghost return until the finale of Power Book Force. And since there was a rumor going around of actor Omari Hardwick being spotted on the set of Force a few months ago, I believe that it would make the most sense for Ghost to return when both Tariq and Tommy are together. But we will have to wait and see. Now let's get into my predictions for the second half of this season. This past week we have gotten several different teasers and quick trailers for the second part of season 4. Tariq and Brayden will need to gain Noma back as their connect, and Noma will most likely have Tariq take out Zion to get back in her good graces. But even if Tariq kills Zion, I believe Noma will still create a plot with Kane to take Tariq out. In the first 5 episodes, it seemed like they made Noma's character more vulnerable and less powerful than she was in the previous seasons. I believe that in these next 5 episodes, we will see Noma back to her regular self, and Noma will make a few moves that will upset everyone. Like for example, Noma having Effie rob or take out one of the Russians. I believe that things could take a left turn with the Russians when Effie carries out Noma's orders, and Detective Carter's team could catch Effie right in the act. Which could be why we see someone aiming a gun at her. I believe that the person aiming at Effie is the woman on Detective Carter's team. While I don't think Effie will be arrested, I do think that Detective Carter's team will take whatever money that Effie robbed from the Russians, and this could cause major problems for Effie once she returns back to Noma empty-handed. Which is why I'm predicting that Effie could get taken out by Noma by the end of this season. Next up we have Drew. Last season I predicted that Drew would get taken out, but here we are in season 4 and Drew is still alive. One thing that we have to keep in mind is that Power has always foreshadowed moments that come back down the line in later episodes. And in the scene from earlier this season when we saw Drew and Kane fighting over the gun, I believe that the show could have been foreshadowing Kane taking out Drew due to jealousy. I could see another similar scenario happening where Drew and Kane are fighting over the gun, but this time Kane will actually pull the trigger. The show has been teasing Drew's death ever since season 2 in my opinion, and I think that Drew's time could finally come to an end this season. There has been speculation of Diana being taken out ever since before season 4 even started. And some of those same people were the ones who also said that Diana would never be pregnant by Tariq. While I have always disagreed with the idea of Diana being taken out this season, I did however say in my part 1 predictions that Diana could possibly lose the baby. And that could be the tragedy that brings Tariq and the Tejadas together that we saw in the season 4 synopsis. In the scene from the trailer where we see Diana attacking someone, it could very well be the woman on Detective Carter's team that Diana is attacking. There was a quick cut scene from one of the trailers that came out this week showing Diana and the lady from Carter's team fighting each other, but Diana is wearing a different outfit than she did in the original trailer. So I'm thinking that the woman from Carter's team could have attacked Diana in their first encounter, which may have caused for Diana to lose the baby. And in their second encounter, I believe that Diana may have killed the lady on Carter's team. In my opinion, the chances of Diana getting killed off the show are slim to none, especially since how they have given her character a bigger role within the show recently. Now, as far as Kane is concerned, I see him surviving. The only way I could see Kane getting taken out would be in a scenario where he puts his life on the line to save Monet or Diana. Ever since we were introduced to Kane, he's always wanted to be his own boss, and as I mentioned a few videos ago, I believe that Kane ultimately has a plan in place for Noma. I think Kane is learning everything that he needs to know about Noma and her operation, until he can find the right moment to kill Noma and take over her connects. Which is why I believe Noma will likely be taken out by Kane in episode 9 or 10. For the second half of this upcoming season, I think that we will see Detective Carter pull even more shady moves. And as I already predicted at the very beginning of this season, Carter will take out Rashad Tate's brother Kamal. And this could lead to Councilman Tate working with Tariq to get Carter kicked off of the police force some kind of way. I also think that Carter could try to pin Salim's death on Diana and Drew. This could be the reason why Drew is in jail, and Diana is fighting the female detective. As you already know if you saw my last video, I think that Carter will somehow locate Tasha and take her out, possibly in retaliation for Tariq getting him kicked off of the police force. Rashad Tate will be the key person that they need to take the power away from Carter. But as far as getting Detective Carter and his team out of the way completely, I think that Tariq will need Tommy's assistance. And the only thing that would motivate Tommy to help Tariq would be the death of Tasha, in my opinion. In the next episode, I believe Tariq will form an alliance with Noma, Kane, and Davis McLean to take out Zion. And like I predicted in my last video, Tariq and Braden will be the ones who take out Zion. By the end of Season 4, I think Monet, Kane, Diana, Davis McLean, Braden, and Tariq will be the only characters left standing. I think Janet will somehow get taken out by being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And Monet will likely be in prison for the death of Mecca. If Diana loses the baby, I could see Tariq going to Cali with Tommy to lay low for a while and stack his money up, so he can come back to New York in the future on a new level. I really don't see Tariq graduating, and I think that there will be some kind of loophole where Tariq could take back ownership of Club Truth from Simon Stern in the future as well. Now you're probably wondering what the cliffhanger could be in the finale. Well, I think that we could see Tariq and Braden leave with Tommy back to Chicago in the finale, and after they pull off we could see Ghost appear behind them in a car at a distance, leaving us wondering whether or not he will follow them to Chicago. But I want to know some of your predictions for the rest of the season. Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power Universe. See you all next time in the Universe of Power.